Well, great. So as we are finishing up here in Chicago, I am itching to get outside and run around the city a little bit. And Luke, Wayne, Eric, and Tom have built something to help me do just that. It's an augmented reality scavenger hunt. It's called Scavenge Ar.
Hi, everybody. We are the 404. Eric, I'm here with my teammates Tom, Luke, and Wayne, and we built Scavenge Ar, an augmented reality scavenger hunt that gives users the unique experience of traveling through a city and following clues and hints to find locations. Now, we've all seen bachelor and bachelorette parties out on these fun scavenger hunts, walking through town with a sheet of paper, checking off locations they've been and things they've done. So we thought it'd be really cool to build an interactive application that put a new and exciting twist on this activity that's been around for a long time. So when you open our app, you'll be brought to the login screen. Once you log in, you'll be prompted with a short tutorial on how to safely and effectively use our app. From there, you're brought to your profile page. If you have no active adventures, you'll head over to the adventure page and scroll through a list of available adventures. Here, we're going to choose the Speakeasy Stroll. And as soon as we say we're ready to begin, we're transferred to our camera screen, and boom, up comes our first clue box generated right there in front of us, wherever we are. Now, as you can see, we put this clue box in three-dimensional space so you can actually walk around it and view it from every side. So when you're ready to continue, you can tap on that clue box and up comes your first clue. Now, after reading that first clue, if you're still a little bit uncertain of where you're headed, you can access 2 hints right here from this screen. Now that we feel like we have a pretty good idea of where we're going, we're going to tap onto the next clue and up comes our map view. And with that, I'm going to hand it off to Tom, who's going to talk a little bit about how we tackled locating our users.
Thanks, Eric. So considering this is a scavenger hunt app, one of the most important features here is to be able to track both your location and the location of your next clue. We had to fiddle around for a little while to make sure we could track this information without slowing down the app and without killing your battery in like 10 minutes. What we decided to do is go with React Native's built-in geolocation feature, which tracks your position every few seconds and compares that to the next location we have stored in our Postgres database. The problem was that information comes back in latitude and longitude. Most people, unfortunately, can't calculate that using coordinates, so we had to use a library called Geolib, which takes in those coordinates and gives them back in feet. You'll see as you start moving, there's a big shaded circle on the map. We put that there to give you a general idea of where your next clue may be found. As you approach the center, you'll see that your distance is slowly going to decrease and your position on the map is going to update continuously. I'll now pass it off to Luke, who's going to talk more about the augmented reality and what happens when you get to your next clue.
Great, thanks, Tom. Now, once you're within 60 feet of your clue, the app will automatically fire open the camera view for you. Prior to tapping your next clue box, the app will show a success screen that shows the current location that you've found along with a short description. In this case, directions on how to find the speakeasy you've been looking for, so you can post up and grab a drink. When you're ready, feel free to swipe down on the panel to hide it. At this point, you'll be able to tap the next clue box to continue on. At this point, we work some killer three-dimensional ray casting magic to track your touch in relation to the screen's dimensions. With ray casting, we can check whether our augmented reality cube falls within the pixel ratio of your touch. If it doesn't, then we give the phone a vibration. If it does, we pop open the new clue along with the information and the hints. When you feel ready, you can move on to the map view to continue tracking your distance to the next clue. Throughout the adventure, if you ever feel stuck, you can feel free to swing back to the clue list, where you can reread all your clues and also check out your hints again. When building out the augmented reality for Scavenge Ar, we encountered some tricky compatibility issues, which ultimately led us to using Expo3 and Three.js to create the smoothest possible experience. And now, Wayne, some closing thoughts.
Building an application in 2.5 weeks is no small feat. And working with a technology as new as augmented reality can be a challenge. But challenges are the engines that drive discovery. With equal parts intelligence and creativity, we tackled them together as a team. Working as a team demands trust and mutual respect. Without those, we could not have quickly burned down our initial concept within the first 3 days and risen from the ashes. Asking for help is not an innate skill. Encouraging each other to humbly reach out when we thought we were at the end of our rope is what brought Scavenge Ar to life. We're proud of it, and we think you're going to love it. just be sure to look both ways before you cross the street. You can find us soon at scavengar.co. Thank you.
All right, very nice presentation. I appreciate the comments at the end. I think that resonates truly with me for always for capstone teams that they overcome tons of challenges to get where they are. I think if you'd like to vote for Scavenge Ar, vote like the post, like the pinned comment. One thing also is it's another throwback to Ready Player One. I feel like it's again kind of, I don't know if it's in the air or whatever, but like this idea of like a scavenger hunt, an Easter egg hunt with clues in a virtual reality world.
Yeah. I mean, I think although this is AR, I think if it would be probably more magical. But I think I actually like this, like the AR version of this a lot better. Like you're walking around, getting a little bit of exercise, possibly running into people, cars, etc. Details, small details. But I thought this specific implementation, it was so. I really like the orientedness of the team. Like they had really thought about a lot of the different use cases. The user flow, which actually seemed very seamless, is very challenging to build in such a way in just 2.5 weeks. And so, major props to the whole team for putting it together.
All right. Well, congratulations to all the Chicago teams. Great presentations as usual.